Hi guys, I'm Samshine and welcome to my art channel. Today I am going to be trying out my brand new Ohuhu markers for the first time, creating some portraits. So these are the colours I have to work with and I am so excited. I'm currently doing 100 portraits in 100 days. So I'm currently up to number 10. And I'm using the Ohuhu marker pad sketchbook. So I am quite consistent in working with Ohuhu, not sponsored. I do have some affiliate links down below if you are interested in any of the products in the video. So I have a brand new page that I'm going to attempt to create 3 portraits with today. From what I gather and I've seen with other artists, it will bleed through the page. It looks like it is unavoidable, but that's okay, we can work with it still. So far I have been working with coloured pencils, as you can see, and now is the day that I'm feeling a little bit brave and I'm going to finally go in with markers. I'm not a natural with alcohol markers. I tried working with Copic in the past and I struggled quite a lot, but I've seen different ways that you can work with them. So I just feel like this is my era. I'm going to give that a go. As you can see, I've got this muscles of the face diagram here to sort of help more with my my portraits. So my plan is to create some drawings just like this, some portraits, and then I'm going to use my alcohol markers to colour on top. And I'm going to hopefully blend. I see that Ohuhu seems to be a brand that you can blend alcohol markers quite well, which is a technique I do like to do. I have got a video on my channel if you'd like to have a look at the unboxing and review of these markers. I've got such a wide variety of colours here that I'm really excited about. I've bought the 168 marker set. I am going to keep the swatches near me because when I pull out a marker, I would like to see what it looks like before I start creating art with it, because they do look quite different on the lid compared to when you actually use them on paper. I'm going to be using 2 colouring pencils to create the portraits. They are both from the Derwent brand, and the first one is dark terracotta and the second one is mid brown. The name was worn off quite a bit as I do like using it. So I ended up using 3 different colours actually, rather than just 2. So I used dark terracotta for this one, the middle one is mid brown, and then the final one is mid terracotta. I apologise for the light in this video, by the way. It's raining and grey and even cold outside now, so autumn has just begun where I am. It's very, very cosy and a perfect afternoon for drawing, but the light situation is not so great. So I'm going to begin here with the bottom left, and I'm going to dive right in and start with the face first. I'm going to work from light to dark because I'm scared to go from dark to light. I've seen some videos on markers that say you should work from dark to light, but I'm really scared to do that as a beginner with markers. So I'm just going to work from light to dark, which is how I normally work with other materials, and just kind of stay in my comfort zone for now. What I'm liking so far is that you can use one marker and then just go over an area repeatedly, and with the same color you get darker areas. I didn't know that you could do that. That's really cool. So I'm kind of creating shadows already, and it's with the same exact marker. It's not so patchy either, so I am still going to look for a second color, and I'm going to work on the shadows now. Okay, so I think I am done with the markers. These are the colours that I used. I've put them on the page as swatches. I like it and don't like it. I think it was a really good first attempt. I tried my best. I couldn't blend the hair as much as I like. So I'm actually going to use some colouring pencils now just to get some more definition. So it's going to be a mixed media piece, but this is what it looks like with the markers alone so far. Of course, I've got the under sketch that I did with the dark terracotta colour pencils. So now I'm going to add more of the same Derwent coloured pencils range, and let's see what we're going to get. Hopefully a little bit more definition. Okay, so I'm not too keen on the outcome of this particular portrait. It is my first attempt, so I'm going to try and improve on the next one. I did use a 0.05 Copic multi-liner pen in brown, so you can see some of the outline in the portrait. I was considering using black, but I may use it on the next one. So we'll see how this one goes. I've learnt some lessons from this one. So let me try and apply them to this one. With this next portrait, I'm not going to be so heavy-handed with the hair. I wasn't sure what to do about the hairline. I do like it to be very detailed in the baby hair area, and the marker tip is quite thick, and what happened, I kept trying to correct that mistake, and instead her hairline got more and more onto her forehead. So I'm going to try this time not to do that, and I may use a fine liner just at the front, but I'm just going to colour in the skin tone, some of the clothing, and do the hair and some of the eyes and the lips. Then I'm going to go into finer detail again with pencils and possibly a fine liner ink. So I'm about to try locks, also called dreadlocks, and I think that's actually quite ambitious. I shouldn't probably have tried to do that just now, but I'm going to try my best. And then this last one, I'm just going to keep it super simple with the hair. I wanted to have a variety in skin tone, so hopefully that will come through by the time I'm finished. I think I should just get on with it now. I'm talking a bit too much. Okay guys, so we are done. Some of these have a reflective glare in the light. Can you see that there? So the first one, I kind of didn't really know where to start or what I was doing. I dived right in and you could see I started to struggle with the hair. The skin tone is not great, so forgive me for that. I'm going to get better at all of the skin tones. I'm going to actually create a palette, I think, with the alcohol markers so that I can have a reference chart for that, because I was just looking at the swatches that you get with Ohuhu, and it's really hard to kind of figure out, okay, which combination should I use. There is such a wide variety, as you can see, but I really just looked at some and thought, okay, that one looks good. Does that go with this one? Undertone should I use, and so on. So I don't think I picked the best choices, so I'm gonna hopefully get better at that. And then this one I really struggled with so much. You can see that I was doing a lot to correct this in every way. And then I had to hide things, like she had a other ear on show there. And then I decided, you know what, I need to just cover it up. It was just not looking good. So what I really like though, oh my goodness, this pencil that I used on top of the alcohol marker, you can probably even see it's just so textured and creamy. I wasn't using the regular Derwent pencils that you saw me use. I was using this, which is called Derwent Light Fast. They are an oil-based colouring pencil set. I've got a video on my channel showing them and doing a swatch with them too, if you're interested. But as you can see, these are really worth getting. It's just that when you are creating artwork and if you have a light shining on it, it becomes very glary. Like there's usually a glare. You get so many in this set. Look at all these pencils. So I thought, let me try these. So for her skin, I used sienna and burnt sienna, which there you go. They were brilliant. So you can see hopefully the before and the after of what I did to correct the mistakes I made. I could have done a lot better with the hair, but I'm going to work on that. And yeah, you see that glare there? So that's what the pencil produces. You can't see it, for example, down here. I just decided to stick for the last one with just the alcohol markers. You can see on the eyes actually, and also in this one I do use the very fine 0.05 fine liner in the brown and the black, like I said earlier. And also I use some of the colors from the colored fine line pens. They're all 0.5 if you're interested in knowing the measurements. There's so many colors there. So what I did for this one is I kind of split it in half in my mind. I didn't do a line or anything, but I just did on the left hand side an outline. Let me see if you can see closer. So I did more detail in her hair with the fine liner and I left it this side as it was. And I feel like I've made progress from 1, 2 to 3, which was the whole plan. And I do think that there's a huge learning curve with alcohol markers if you're coming from a different medium background. But I think it's really great for mixed media. There are some people that use this and immediately they get the hang of it. This is just one day for me, so I feel like I've made progress because I'm really happy with the techniques I used in this one. What I was quite surprised about is that you don't actually need to use a lot of colours. So for her skin tone, I used E220 there, which is called Sand, and I actually just let it dry, and then I applied about 3 to 4 more applications on top. So for her nose and the shadows on the side of her face, under her neck, it's still the same Sand E220. I didn't change colors, and I was really impressed with that because I was tempted to get some pencils and do the shadows, and I didn't have to. That's just one alcohol marker for her skin, and I'm like, wow, you can use just one. So you build up the layers and it gets darker the more that you keep applying. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I have got all the colours I've used there, and also I used some fine liners, so I just put that there. They don't really have colour names, so I just did lines so that I can refer back to this in the future. And I'm really happy with it. I love just feeling this. It feels so soft and creamy. I should actually use these pencils a lot more because I actually don't. They do transfer a bit though because they've gone a bit onto my fingers. And now with the sketchbook, I wanted to show the back, just so you can see. I still have the film there and it's not transferred onto that page. and on this side, as you can see, it has gone through. Not so much actually with this one, but I didn't really apply many layers. I think I just did one application for the face, and it was mainly the hair. I started to work in different layers. This one I did so much work because I was trying to correct all the mistakes I was making. And so there's that. I don't know what I'm going to do because I actually don't like having a page in my sketchbook that's blank, but I don't know, maybe I'll just have to get used to it, try and come up with something to hide that. So for my 100 portraits in 100 days, we are up to number 10. So I'm just going to write these down so that I can keep track. This is number 10, this is number 11, and this is number 12. And oh, I've got lucky 13 next. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for lucky 13, but we're going to do something cool, I think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Do ask any questions down below that you may have about any of the materials or artwork in this video. Please give a thumbs up if you found this video enjoyable, and do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more art videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.